Come on in to Sister's Tarot. Gather round, everyone. I have here my trusty magic 8-ball. Let's take a look inside, see what it has to show us today. This is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave out the rest. If you don't resonate with the reading, feel free to check out my other videos. You may have some messages there. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you know each time I upload a new video. And like, share, and subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's start the reading. I call upon you, Heavenly Father, asking that you bring down the message or messages meant for the collective, and to protect me as I give them their message or messages, and to protect them as they receive it. Please and thank you. I ask this in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to do what is being manifested spread and reading. I hope you had a good weekend and everything was well for everybody. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have 3 of Swords. Okay, as you see, for cards anyway, Anyway, as you see for cards anyway, it resembles a person. These 2 cards represent the heart of what's being manifested. This is the head of what's being manifested. This is what God or the universe is bringing or manifesting. This is what you're manifesting, and this is what's to come next. Now, we have at the heart of what's being manifested, we have the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. You're manifesting your way up the ladder is what I'm getting, financially wise. Because this is what I'm getting. Even though it's not a ladder, I'm getting steps. So you're stepping stones. And manifesting your ships to come in. So your heart's desire is to have the financial means and your ships to come in from your hard work. And that is what your heart's manifesting. Now, the head of what's being manifested, you have the Page of Swords. Being very vigilant in what you're doing. So your mind is very concise is what I'm picking up. And you're being very strategic and watchful of what you're keeping your mind set on, as far as bringing in your manifestations. You know exactly what you want. And you have clear vision, because these are clear skies other than the clouds, but these are not dark clouds. Now here, what God or the universe is bringing or manifesting, we have the 7 of Cups. Many opportunities is going to come your way. And because you are in a place of seeing clearly and being concise about what you want to manifest, you will be able to see which opportunities are good for you. And God and the universe is going to help you to see which is the best opportunities for you. So many opportunities are coming your way. Many successes and opportunities that could bring you possibly multiple streams of income. And you'll be able to know which ones to pick and which ones not to. Especially with you manifesting the Hermit, which is the card of wisdom and seeking what you need to seek, going inward, going and seeking whatever it is that you need to venture out into in a strategic and wise way. And you're able to light your way. So you're able to see clearly through the dark. I'm also picking up your manifesting a strategy into helping you bring this into fruition. Now here we have the Moon, which is to come next. So something that is still unknown and unclear, which you're not going to be able to know every little aspect of things. There are going to be things that's hidden. And this also could be what I'm picking up. Something will be illuminating possibly during this full moon that's coming. If I'm not mistaken, well, that was yesterday. That would be yesterday by the time you would see this. So by then, you should be able to have some form of clarity after the full moon, which, no, this is the night, this will be before the full moon, the night before. So by the full moon, you should be able to have more clarity is what I'm picking up. And with this being at the bottom of the deck, the 3 of Swords. With all this chaos, because this, let me show you this card. I don't know if you can see it well enough. It looks like a bunch of papers going all over the place, like chaotically. What I'm picking up, especially with the Strength being at the bottom underneath it, you're going to straighten out the chaos that's been holding you back. Especially ones that have broken your heart in some form of way. In some way. And even though it seems like a long list of things, with you being able to be concise about it, you'll be able to cut through it and be able to work your way through all that. So, especially with the heart of what you're manifesting is the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands, you'll be able to make this happen. I'm seeing what else I'm picking up before we move on from the tarot. You're manifesting more down to earth, like this King of Pentacles. What else? And this right here, I see a door. So there's a new door you're working on, wanting to manifest to open up new opportunities. And with God and the universe working with you to help you manifest new opportunities, that door will be provided for you at your heart's content. because it's for your highest good what you're trying to manifest. I'm picking up something about this hat right here. I'm picking up, you've had many different hats. And I'm picking up, you're wanting to take those hats and put them up and pick the one that's more for you. Matter of fact, all of a sudden I'm picking up Harry Potter. You're wanting to be sure that you're placed in the right housing, so to speak. So that way you're on your true path. And that you're going forward in a more concise, because concise is just the biggest thing I'm picking up on. Cutting through all the mess, all the chaos that you've been through. And getting straight to it in a concise, straight way. And doing things more strategically and in a more wise manner. Trying to see what else I'm picking up on this. So give me a minute. I'm picking up what's to come next. You may have something that might set your mood off, like in a moody sort of way, but you'll be able to handle it with grace and be able to work through it and not stay in that energy for too long. But your moods might shift a little bit and shift in a whole different way than you normally like to do things. But it's the shakeup that's going to help you propel forward in a more, it just keeps coming up, concise way. That's obviously the biggest point here, is learning how to be more concise about what you do. And not doing things in ways that you normally do it and go straight in a very straight form in a line rather than say a zigzag or all over the place in a chaotic way. So if you normally do things in a chaotic way, or chaos usually follows you, you'll no longer have that to keep you held back, especially with this strength behind this deck here. I'm also picking up on the dream catchers on here. So, especially with this moon and this Three of Swords, maybe you've had problems with nightmares or something that stirs you up in your dream that's showing itself. And more than likely, that is your subconscious mind trying to show you what you need to work on. So pay attention to that dream state, especially when you have the moon. I mean, yes, it's not the your typical with that, but that can still actually pick up that too. Even though that's not the typical card for that, but it can be like a dream state because it's going into the, I'm picking up shadowy parts of aspects of your psyche. So I'm picking up, keep up with a dream journal. Keep a piece of, even if it's just a regular notebook and a pencil or pen by your bedside. So when you wake, as soon as you have that and have come consciously aware, write it down. So when you get up later, the next day or whenever it is that you wake up from it. You can look back on it and reflect and see what it is that you need to work on, so you can be more concise and get away from this Three of Swords and chaos that's maybe tormenting you, is what I'm getting. At night is the main theme I'm getting here. And again, you'll be able to see with the moon, full moon coming up, something that's going to help you see things more clearly. And that's all I'm getting from the tarot. So we'll move on to the oracle now. We're going to start with Archangel Oracle. Gentleness. Archangel Xenophon. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So, especially with that Three of Swords and the moon and all of that coming up, it would be best if you stay away from as many people as possible, except for people that wouldn't bring you down in any sort of way, especially lowering your vibration or anything. So not only do you need to be gentle with yourself during this time, surround yourself with people, situations, and environments that won't hinder that. Because I'm picking up, along with what was picked up on the tarot, you're going to be more sensitive at this point to energies than you normally are during this time of working on reflecting on your subconscious or psyche, especially if you're going what may be tormenting you type of thing at night during sleep, and you writing it down and going back over it. You'll need to watch who you say or who's in your surrounding areas. Relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So any conflicts that were going on, especially with that Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, that is being resolved and harmony is being restored. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. And I feel like because of how it flipped out like it did, it needs to stay being looked at as in reverse. So you're still trying to learn who you are at this time. You know who you are, but you don't, on a deep soul level, exactly know who you are. And with Archangel Michael being the one representing this, I'm picking up he'll be the one to help you to pull through to remind you who you are. At the bottom of the deck, we have clear your space. Archangel Jophiel, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. So, I hope I said that right. Anyway, so clear your space. I'm also picking up with this whole clear space. Clear your head space so you can see things more concise. That's why you're trying to manifest that and out of that Three of Swords. But in order to do that, a lot of times it will help if you declutter not only the people that's in it, that's a part of your life, but also quite literally clearing out your space. Make room, because you'd be surprised how just clearing out even junk or clutter that's around you, how much freer you feel. So if you, maybe if you haven't looked through your junk pile or junk drawer, closet, any kind of storage type thing, clearing that out and getting rid of things that no longer serve you. Possibly even going through clothes that may no longer serve you. Even donating it, and that will help you not only feel free from what you know that you no longer need, it can give someone else that needs it a need. I mean, you know, giving them something that they could use, especially if you're not using it, it's not doing anyone any good. And that could make your heart feel more content, and that's what I'm picking up to say on that. Now, we're going to move on to the energy oracle. Of course, it's still your choice how you want to go about it. I'm just saying, clearing even literal things within your surroundings can actually help you have some form of structure and feel more stability. So let's say if you normally have a messy little corner, sometimes just clearing that out will actually, it's a matter of intention. Even if it's an actual physical thing you're doing, somehow it can make you feel more free because your space is not feeling cluttered. Therefore, you can feel more clear, to clear your mind so you can see things from a more clear perspective. Journey. But with that being at the bottom of that, underneath gentleness, I'm not picking up, you can go, it could be a physical journey, but what I'm picking up as far as the journey, because of all how this read's been picking up, going down memory lane. So you can, especially with, it looks like a lantern in her hand, but she has baggage. So that way you can release any baggage that's holding you back. Again, going back to that clearer space to go along with that. So it does not keep you feeling burdened down, and you can free yourself. This come out again, hostilities. So with this, it's like he has his guard up. And this being underneath relationship harmony, perhaps something that from your past that's kept you guarded is the reason why you need to clear that space out. So that way it leaves more room for the positives to come in. I'm also picking up with this horn here. It'll help you have a better judgment call on for you to clear your mind, so that way you can make more sound judgments, is what I'm getting. And see things more clearly on that aspect as well. I'm also picking up something else on that journey. Hold on. Before I pick up this card. This bridge. And this clear your space. You'd need to, going into that meditative state, it'll build that bridge gap between the subconscious and the conscious mind. So that would really help. Even if you normally meditate, maybe meditating in a different way. I'm also picking up that, keeping that journal. Have a meditation journal to work with. Maybe if you don't normally write, go into a meditative state and then take the pen or pencil and see what forms when you write. Write down whatever comes to mind and see how it connects itself, and see how you might see a pattern that will help you to connect things and bridge that gap between the subconscious and the conscious mind to see more of to give you that more concise look into things. And you can be able to pinpoint what's really bothering you on the subconscious part of the mind. I'm picking up, this might be a good idea for you to do during the full moon even. Use this time, especially the full moon in, I believe it's in Aquarius. So it'll be a very cleansing, because the star card, that's about not only hope, but it can be a very cleansing card. Give yourself the cleansing. And with Aquarius being an air sign, which is a form of communication, that can also help you to use a journal at that time, because that's a form of communication. So if you do that during that time, meditation, go make sure that you really tapped in, neutralizing yourself and being in the moment, blocking everything else out. And after you breathe out a few times and you feel ready, go ahead and see, when you get the first thing that pops in your mind, write it down and see where it leads you. You may be quite surprised how it will build that bridge from the gap from your subconscious to conscious mind to bring you the awareness of what you need to see, so you can have more clear vision on how to clear your space. And with me picking this up here, this underneath it, obviously that wanted to come out. Spiritual understanding, Archangel Raziel. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So that will also, with that one to come out as I'm saying that, and this being Gemini right here, by the way, communication, it will help you to form what you need to see on a more, like, it's like bringing it more from your mind into the physical form, because then you can see it in front of you more clearly by doing so. Now, the next card we have, Yin Yang, and it will help balance you out again. Bring that balance back in. Especially with that wanting to be... Maybe you have trouble speaking like I do sometimes. Anyway, this will be a good way to help you put your thoughts into a more form. So that way you're not all over the place with your words. By writing it, you can see it more clearly because you're writing it down. And this yin yang being underneath, remember who you are in reverse, it'll help you to see things that you may not thought you would see about yourself, that you need to see about yourself, so you can remember who you are in a more profound way. And at the bottom of the deck we have adjacent possibilities. So along with God and the universe bringing you the Seven of Cups, different opportunities, here's the doors for the different possibilities and different opportunities. I'm also picking up something else to go along with that tarot too, with the Seven of Cups along with this, since we're now here with the Oracle. A lot of times it helps to see the bigger picture when I put the two together. Between the Seven of Cups being what God and the universe is bringing and manifesting for you, along with this, many doors opening. Doors that may have been closed off in your to you in the conscious mind are now going to burst wide open, is what I'm picking up. So you can revisit those memories behind those doors, so that way you can work on clearing out what no longer serves you much better, in a much better way. Now, we're going to move on to the angel answers. Of course, I don't know if this, I feel like I need to say this because this might resonate with somebody. The reason why, you could be the same reason why I do. The reason why it's hard for you to sometimes form words is because you can't necessarily, you have a lot of thoughts trying to come in your mind and you can't get it out. And it all wants to come out at once. And then it's all just wants to fall out. And it's, yeah, so if you write it down, it can help you focus a little bit more on what you're trying to get out there for you to see. And then we have trust. I'm picking up trust the process. Let yourself just free yourself, like this journey. Free yourself and trust the process. And allow these things to unfold the way it needs to. In the most natural and profound way. Within the next few months. So I'm picking up in the next few months, things will feel more harmonious and not feeling so guarded all the time, and seeing things more clearly to where you can make that better judgment. So with the next few months, within that next few months, you should start seeing things clear up from that Three of Swords, that chaos. It might not all at once. You could just start seeing it unfold within within the next few months. Helpful people. It could be quite literally having people help you. But what I'm picking up is God and your spiritual team, especially with that being right underneath the message from Archangel Michael, the yin yang, being right underneath that. Let yourself be guided in the way that you need to, and trust the process. So that way it can all unfold within the next few months. You'll start seeing that chaos clear from your space. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have not the right time. So, right now is not the time for you to, what I'm picking up on, especially with this, now is not the right time to put yourself amongst too many people right now, is what I'm picking up. And just take the next few months mostly to yourself, if that can be possible, in any way possible. Because right now, I'm picking up with the not right now. Not right now is not a good time for you to be surrounded by too many people while you're working on this. Because it'll be a distraction, and it'll keep you from seeing what you need to see at this time. And then also exchange of energies and all of that. You want to keep yourself, I wouldn't say in a bubble per se, but keep yourself in a more solitude way, especially when with the tarot, what you're manifesting is the Hermit. So now would be really a good time for you to isolate yourself from the rest of the world right now, and take time to yourself wherever that's possible. So that way you can see things from a more precise way. I'm going to see if there's anything else I'm picking up on. I'm picking up a circle of trust. So make sure that the circle that you have, of what people you do have in your circle, make sure it's truly the ones you can trust, which is not always easy these days. That's why, you know, you can do what you want, but the wiser tries to have their circle as small as possible, because you have this small circle and then you have this bigger circle. Because the bigger the circle, the more chaos you could have for yourself. So far as a personal circle, yes, when you have to do things as far as networking or working with people in any sort of way, you're going to have to be around people. But I mean on a personal circle, people that you know, that on a personal level, you can do what you want. As I said, it's up to you, but it'll make things easier for you to know who you can trust if you have, the smaller the circle you have for yourself of friends or whatever it is. I'm also picking up with all these birds, and I think that's a hummingbird right there too. A swan and a deer. Take more time into nature and really take the time to appreciate not only nature itself, but the animals. You'd be surprised what kind of things you could pick up from that. It'll really help you appreciate the moment more. And also, because for those of you that happen to see my post, and it's still there if you haven't, where when I was being led to go outside and have more of a moment to myself and be more in the moment, I was able to see the hummingbirds just come towards me. And I looked up the meaning, and it was talking about, one of the things that was talking about taking time to slow down and really appreciate the finer things in life, as far as meaningful things, being in the moment, not all over the place doing this, that, and the other. Really take the time to appreciate even the small things, even the smallest of things, what most people take for granted. Because life is too short and precious to not appreciate the smallest of things, because it's the smallest of things that can bring you more into a humbling moment and make you feel more humbled. And it'd be quite, I'm picking up from this card, you'll feel quite enlightened by doing so. You'll be surprised what could come your way when you take out the time to really pay attention to the smaller things, to the flowers, to the nature of the animals, any small thing that most people take for granted. Really take it in, because it's those little things that can bring hope back into your heart and bring you back to your faith. So I'm also picking up with this not the right time. Not right now. Now is not the right time to be putting yourself out there with the rest of the hustle and the bustle, for the most part. And whenever you're able to, on any kind of time to yourself, take what you call me time. Plan for yourself. Have a date with yourself, so to speak. Not in a weird way, obviously, but just a day just to yourself, to pamper yourself or what have you, just so you can come back to remembering who you are. You can lose yourself quite easily when you're amongst so many people doing things the way they do, this way, that way, doing this, and having, you know, just working around everybody. It's so easy to forget yourself in the whole chaotic type of situation. So if you really want to find yourself again, take that time to just you and really focus not only more inward, but in nature. Take a nature walk. Even if it's just your backyard, that's all you have access to. You're still outside, and just take in the moment. Take anything that you can in that moment and savor it, to help bring back that joy and that passion back within you even. And it'll help bring you out of this hostility type of energy, what I'm picking up too. So you can free yourself like this journey and balance you back out like the yin yang. Get away from the concrete jungle, so to speak, and back to nature. That's all I'm getting from the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought you much clarity and helped you to see things the way you need to, that help you to get yourself back on the path, or staying on the right path. And it was helpful for you. And I appreciate each and every one of you that tunes in, and hopefully it helps you in any way whenever you do. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, God bless.